Okay, it's 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, May 25th, and I'm following up to several videos I made early this morning, starting at about 4:30, regarding some extremely high EMF levels that suddenly, started occurring in this area by my bed and by the sink at 3:30 this morning when I was literally pulled out of a sound sleep by sudden onset and location-specific symptoms of super intense cardiac arrhythmia, intense pressure in the head that was so strong that it was causing my ears to pop and to hurt, and a feeling of being like electrocuted, like you're sticking your finger in an electric socket. I was lying in bed sleeping. I had been feeling great all day. I got a bunch of stuff done. I was cleaning, organizing, doing stuff, food prepping throughout the entire afternoon, sending emails, receiving emails, following up on appointments, etc., contacting family throughout the entire afternoon. So I was feeling great, and there were no heart palpitations, but this started at 3:30 a.m. And at 3:30 a.m., when I got up to use the bathroom, the resident directly below in 76 suddenly started blasting music and making violent banging noises directly beneath my bed. That was not happening, 5 minutes before when I was waking up. And when I went to my bathroom, the resident of 78 was filling my entire bathroom with these nauseating, sickening fumes that smelled like a combination of cigar smoke and marijuana or pot fumes that indicated she was like right against the shared wall of my bathroom with her unit or her bathroom. And the symptoms that I experienced, that woke me up started getting really, really bad within 15 or 20 minutes. So I actually had to go out to the hallway and go to the rear of the floor and stand in the rear stairwell for 2 hours, because coming back into this area, this living space, it was all throughout here. Even going into the front stairwell, actually, there were symptoms when I stood in the front stairwell, which is why I had to go towards the very back of the building. It would suddenly start inducing those same symptoms again, and the symptoms would go away when I would go towards the very back of the building, past the common bathrooms. So, obviously 78 and or 76 are using some type of device or equipment that emits extremely dangerous levels of EMF frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies, or radio frequencies. But in this case, I think it's EMFs because it causes cardiac dysregulation, and your heart is an electromagnetically charged organ. So when you go near like an electrical socket, if you get electrocuted, it stops your heart. Being electrocuted kills people because it stops their heart. Like it literally discharges your heart's rhythm so that your heart can no longer beat. It defuses your heart's own electrical system. So that's what's been happening. And I had to be out of my unit till 6:30 this morning, when coming back in here felt a little bit safer. But even now at 1:30, I'm continuing to experience some heart palpitations while sitting by this sink right here, although they're not as bad as they were at 3:30 or 4:30. And what I did upon waking up was immediately call my doctor's office, request an appointment. Then I called a bunch of hardware stores in the area to see if they carry EMF readers or EMF meters to get a handle on this phenomenon, what's going on in here. Obviously, you have to be able to quantify what's going on. It's not to prove it's not your imagination, but obviously it's not, because I also wore a heart Holter monitor for 24 hours last week, and the preliminary results showed that the only place where I experienced significant cardiac dysregulation and arrhythmia was when I was home. I wore the heart monitor for 24 hours on a day when I was out and about doing stuff in the city and did not experience any kind of heart palpitations anywhere outside of this building. So yeah, there's that. But I called management after calling the hardware stores in the area to follow up on the emails and the voicemails that I had left them at 3:30 this morning, 4:15 this morning, 6:30 this morning, and 7:30 this morning, and just confirmed that they had received the messages that I had sent. So they did. So there's that. And now I have to proceed with finding out what my legal options are, and if I have to go into a hotel later today, because if this keeps happening, it is unsafe for me to be in this unit. I have to find a hotel that is, comfortable enough and close enough, and yet not too expensive, so that when I hand the bill to the management company of this building, it's not going to be too overwhelming for them to pay me back. I also asked them to pay me back for an EMF meter, because this is something that is verifiably happening. And the best way to quantify the phenomena is to get some kind of tool that can measure what's going on. So EMFs can be measured pretty easily, just like anything else. So just like temperature, just like wind speed. You can't see the wind, but you know it's there. You can't see temperature, but you know when it's hot and you know when it's cold. You can't see EMFs, but you certainly know when there's levels of them in your apartment are way too high for it to be safe to be in. So yeah, there's that.